Welcome back to the channel. Today we're kicking off part 1 of our 2-part series breaking down the best and worst contracts in the Atlantic Division. The Atlantic is stacked with premier talent and fascinating salary cap setups. Before we jump into part 1, where we look at Boston, Tampa, Ottawa, and Toronto, here is our golden rule: no entry-level contracts. Let's kick things off with the Boston Bruins. The Boston Bruins have managed to retool on the fly pretty effectively through great asset management, having stabilizing cornerstone superstars like David Pastrnak, making just over $11 million coming off a 100-point season, and Charlie McAvoy anchored under $10 million, logging 24 minutes a night, keeps their foundation rock solid. The best contract in Boston goes to Morgan Geekie. What a solid pickup for the Bruins a few years back. Geekie is coming off back-to-back 30-goal seasons, nearly hitting 40 last year. Now Geekie isn't a perfect player, and certain aspects of his game still need improving, but with 5 years left, at $5.5 million, that's a pretty decent bargain. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Boston's worst contract has to be Casey Mittelstadt. The playmaking forward who bounces around, sometimes playing left wing and sometimes center, has left teams wanting more for years. He's entering the final year of a 3-year deal that pays him $575 million. Mittelstadt put up 15 goals and 42 points in 71 games last year, but he hasn't broken the 50-point barrier since he split time between the Sabres and the Avalanche in 2024. At that cap hit, the offensive output is a little light. Sliding down to Tampa Bay now, the Lightning have built a fantastic program with a winning culture, locking up key pieces for years to come. When you talk about the best contracts in Tampa, you have to consider superstar Nikita Kucherov. At $9.5 million, getting a multi-time Art Ross and Hart Trophy winner coming off a great season last year is unreal value. But for a pure dollar-for-dollar value in a secondary role, the winner of the best contract in Tampa is Brandon Hagel. The Canadian Olympian put up 36 goals and 74 points in 71 games last year, marking 3 straight seasons of nearly a point per game or better. He brings relentless grit, a competitive edge, and he'll drop the mitts with just about anyone on any given night. With 6 years left at $6.5 million on his deal, what great value for the Tampa Bay Lightning. The worst contract for the Lightning is Ilya Mikheyev. Freshly signed to a 4-year deal, the 31-year-old is a streaky two-way player. He can wow you with his speed and his size, sure, and he'll add some depth, but don't expect that blazing speed to actually translate to points on the ice. At $3.85 million, Mikheyev has only hit the 20-goal mark twice in his career, and has never had more than 36 points in a single season. Next up, the Ottawa Senators. The Sens have a few strong contenders for best contract, Eklund at 5'6", and Drake Batherson entering the last year of a $4.89 million deal. The best contract in Ottawa has to go to Jake Sanderson. The 24-year-old blue liner is locked up for another 6 years till he's 30 for $8 million per year. He reached double digits in goals the last 3 seasons and is coming off 40 points in just 67 games last year. He's fast, he's elusive, and he moves the puck effortlessly and has a great shot. He logs heavy minutes with the Sens, and I look for him to hover around the point per game mark this year. The worst contract on the Sens left everyone scratching their heads when GM Steve Staios traded for him, Andrei Burakovsky. He only managed 11 goals and 33 points, playing 75 games last year with Chicago. At $5.5 million, he's not the player he was. Injuries have taken a toll. His play dropped off last year, where Chicago was actually considering a buyout before Ottawa stepped in and made the trade. Hopefully he's healthy this year and adds some depth to the Senators lineup. The saving grace for Ottawa, he's in the final year of his deal. To wrap up part 1, we head down the 401 to Toronto. John Tavares was in consideration given his sub-$5 million contract, but the best contract in Toronto goes to Matthew Knies. Former GM Brad Treliving made some very questionable moves, but locking Knies up for under $8 million wasn't one of them. Knies put up 23 goals and 66 points last year, but that's only half his value. He's fast, he hits, he fights, he drives the net with defenders draped all over him. A player that fits on any top line that brings those attributes are extremely rare, making him a total bargain for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the worst contract for Toronto is Max Domi. At $3.75 million, Domi had 12 goals and 36 points last year. But his penchant to take bad penalties at terrible times costs his team. His play on the defensive side of the puck is inconsistent, and he rarely sees top power play time, limiting his overall production. He is a great teammate, but he hasn't really gelled on any line 1 through 4, making his contract stick out for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, that wraps up part 1 of the Atlantic Division. We covered Boston, Tampa, Ottawa, and Toronto. Let me know down in the comments. Did I get your team's best and worst contract right? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss part 2 dropping soon, where we cover Buffalo, Detroit, Florida, and Montreal. Thanks for watching.